Good evening, traders. Come in. Sit down. You look tired, though I suspect you already know why. Tonight, I have a small story for you, a quiet one. No monsters beneath the bed, no shadowy figures at the window. No, tonight's creature is far more familiar than that. Tonight's creature lives inside the chest, just behind the ribs. You may have felt it yourself, that restless, insistent little whisper that says, "One more." His name was Victor. He was a trader. Victor was not a reckless man. I want you to understand that. He was not foolish, not ignorant. He had read the books, studied the charts, kept a journal, as all the sensible ones do. He had rules written down in ink. He was, by most measures, a perfectly reasonable trader, and that is precisely what makes his story worth telling. It was a Tuesday, unremarkable in every way. Victor had already taken 2 trades that morning, both losses. Small, measured, acceptable. The kind his rules had prepared him for. He closed his notebook. He rose from his chair. He was done for the day. And then, he sat back down. Just to watch, he told himself, only watching. The market moved. A setup appeared. Familiar, almost obvious. One more, just one. He entered the trade, and this time, it worked. The position moved in his favor. Victor exhaled. He felt the relief of a man proven right, which is, I find, one of the more expensive emotions a trader can experience. He closed it, took the profit, sat back in his chair. He was green for the day now. He could have left, he should have left. Most traders would have stopped there. Victor did not, because as the candles kept climbing, so did a small voice in his mind. There's more. He leaned back, staring at the chart as if it were whispering to him. Movement, to a trader like Victor, feels like opportunity. Just one more trade, he said softly. A sentence traders often mistake for logic. He entered again. This time the entry was not clean, the level was not clear, but it felt right, and feelings are very persuasive liars. The stock hesitated, then dipped. Victor frowned. Normal pullback, he murmured, and added more shares. Large this time. The dip became heavier. His position, now swollen with optimism, began to bleed. He watched the numbers flicker, small at first, then noticeable. And then the voice returned, but it had changed. You can't end red after being green. And there it is, that particular phrase. I have heard it in many forms, across many trading desks, and many ruined afternoons. It sounds like pride. It sounds like resolve. It is neither. It is simply fear, dressed in a dinner jacket, pretending to be discipline. Victor did not close the trade. He moved his stop loss. Just a little. Just enough to give the position room to breathe. Though rooms, as I have observed, can become cells rather quickly. He took another position. To recover, he meant, then another. Entered with the certainty of a man who decided he cannot be wrong, the most dangerous certainty. By the afternoon, Victor's account had lost not the small tidy sum his rules had allowed. It had lost a great deal more. He sat very still in his chair. The screen glowed. The market continued, indifferent, as markets always are. Some quiet, exhausted part of him simply ran out. He closed the laptop and sat in the dark. Now, I am not going to tell you that Victor was ruined. He was not. He recovered, eventually, in funds, if not entirely in confidence. But something had been spent that afternoon that does not refund easily. Not the money, the trust. The trust he had placed in himself, in his rules, in the version of Victor who had written those rules on a calmer day. That trust, once fractured, requires far more than a winning trade to restore. Here is what I observed. The first loss did not hurt him. What hurt Victor was the belief, quiet and false, that he could decide when the market owed him a recovery. Markets do not keep accounts. They do not remember your morning. They have no interest in fairness, and they are wholly unbothered by your feelings on the matter. The trader who takes one more is not trading the market. He is trading his emotions, and emotions have a very poor track record. Your rules were written by the best version of you, the version that was calm, clear-eyed. When the day turns difficult, that version deserves to be listened to. Honor what you wrote in the quiet. Do not let the noise rewrite it. And when the voice says, "One more," close the laptop. Sleep well, traders.